Hi everybody, this is going to be a brief lecture on how to prepare to make an e-portfolio. So in the dietetics program during the senior year in Nutrition 300, which is another 1-credit course of Dietetics Professional Seminar, you will learn about applying to dietetic internships and graduate school and your first job. And part of that course is to create an electronic or an e-portfolio. In this course in Nutrition 100, we're asking you to start thinking about that. What do you need to collect? What do these e-portfolios look like? And so you can start preparing your e-portfolio even at this early date. So I guess the first question is, what is an e-portfolio? Well, a portfolio is a collection of materials designed to show your work and competencies in a specific area. So it really is a career development tool like a resume. You get to build a website all about you. Some dietetics internship programs do require you to submit an e-portfolio. Even some graduate schools do today. And if you remember about credentialing, CDR also has a professional portfolio to help you document your continuing education credits. Okay, so what is an e-portfolio? Our students actually build a website all about themselves. And this e-portfolio highlights actual copies of your work and pictures of maybe some of the jobs or events you've done and even video clips. You know, that digital space allows you to do so much and show creativity any which way you want to. So to make a really strong e-portfolio, you need to decide who your target audience is. Who is going to read that e-portfolio? And you want to market yourself in that direction. So what are your goals? Many dietetic students are thinking about how to land a dietetic internship or graduate school, or really your first dream job. And so you want to gear your e-portfolio to whatever your reader is expecting, just like you would gear a resume to a certain job. And you want to think about telling that reader all about yourself and then really showing them what you can do so that the reader walks away saying, wow, this person will really be able to hit the ground running in this job or internship or graduate work. So why do you really need to make one? Well, it really is career development. And it's to present you and sell yourself a more complete picture. It gives you more context than that boring old resume. It can highlight lots of different things in your goals and accomplishments. And beyond that, it can really demonstrate your technical skills or organizational skills, communication skills, and creativity. It's kind of hard to show how creative a person you are on a boring old resume. Here, with layout and pictures and colors and design and organization, you can really walk away with, boy, that person is very creative without even typing the word on the page. So what should I save over these next few semesters? What are the items that are going to show up in your e-portfolio? And this slide just shows a few examples. Thinking about any kind of certifications that you will get over the next few semesters. Some of you in Food 130 may have sat and passed that National Food Safety exam, so now you're ServSafe certified. And I would say download that certificate because that is a beautiful visual that can show up in your e-portfolio. And then you can write up a few sentences to describe what's that all about. If you think about leadership or professional development, I'd encourage students to become part of the campus's LEAD program to help hone those leadership skills and document any kind of webinar, professional meetings, or workshops that you may take part in. That's where a great picture of you at some sort of meeting with some captions about what you learned there is a nice add to the ePortfolio. Any kind of special skills that you may have. You know, dietetic students are going to be skilled in ESHA, which is a nutritional analysis program. Any kind of fluency in other language would be a great skill to highlight. And when you think about classwork, here we can have lots of different examples of your work. Papers, and you'll do some technical scientific writing in advanced nutrition, and review the literature and draw conclusions. Other projects will have you take all that and translate all that science into consumer education materials that anyone can read, so different styles of writing you can demonstrate. There's projects that help demonstrate your skills at designing menus or designing kitchens and layouts and managing budgets and food service classes. Case studies in medical nutrition therapy to show your clinical thinking skills and judgments and how to use professional literature. And the list can just go on and on from classwork. The thing is, with all this classwork, is I don't care if you did it in Nutrition 243 or Food 331, the class doesn't matter. It's the skill that you're trying to show with that project matters. Also, outside of class, you might be highly involved in different campus activities, and these are a great way to grow those experiences or even show that you have leadership skills or being a good team member, especially if you're an athlete too. Now, awards and honors are pretty straightforward. On a resume, you might see them listed, you know, with bullet points and whatnot. On the ePortfolio, it's great to have a visual to go along with that. So maybe a nice picture of the award, or if, you know, there's a scholarship has their own website, you can pull their seal and add it to your ePortfolio. And then you always want to have a description, so a few sentences of why did you receive this award and maybe the criteria or something to go along with describing the award. Experience is key to show. So it doesn't matter whether it's a paid job or volunteer or internship or service learning, but explaining what you did, having some visuals to go along with that. Maybe in an internship you created a newsletter or something, you know, work experience that's dietetics related can show skills. So if you worked in a kitchen at a hospital, this may show really good skills of food service in this clinical facility. Maybe have some patient interaction and you're delivering meals. Maybe you volunteer at a nursing home and you can get patient interaction that way. Even if you have a job that has nothing to do with dietetics, you can still show your skill set. So if you have a job in a professional setting, like being a receptionist for a law firm, answering phones is a great way to show that you can have good communication skills, right? I have many students that have summer jobs that they need, you know, to make the money, and I understand that. And it's still part of your skill set. Maybe you go back to the same job summer after summer. A long work history goes far for landing a next job or internship. Any way that you can show progression in responsibility. So if you started as an employee and you moved up to a shift leader or manager or supervisor, even right here in the dining halls, is a great way to show that you can hit the ground running. So these are just some ideas. And the point is that you need to sit with yourself for a minute and do a self-reflection, self-assessment. What have you done and what kind of skills are you really building? Because many of you still have time to fill in any gaps. So as you move through the next few semesters, I want you to remember to start collecting these items for your future ePortfolio. As you're collecting things, try to remember to take pictures and organize them so you know where to find them when you're a senior. When you're getting all these papers and projects back from your professors and You get lots of feedback. Take the time to integrate that feedback, modify that so it's the best of your work that you can post on that e-portfolio. Always good to have a proofreader. Make sure everything is great. And I do encourage students to, especially Word documents, to convert them into PDF files. They give you a little more protection. And when you create your e-portfolio, I always encourage students to password protect them so that you have control who gets to see them. You just hand out your password. So this slide is really just another listing to get you thinking about what skills you can demonstrate on your e-portfolio, from menu planning to a variety of ages or diverse groups, providing nutrition care. Again, writing is a big one. All different types of writing that you can display on an e-portfolio. As students, you're going to get lots of opportunities to present nutrition information, whether it's just a one-day event, at a local nursing home that you organize for yourself, or in classes in Nutrition 243, you'll do some hands-on demonstrations. Just keeping track of everything you do, and lots of stuff with clubs that you'll end up tabling at events or presenting to the residence halls, different things like that. Management skills are another good one to show, and this may come from, being a leader of a club or from your job, to reflect on that. So again, for this assignment, Nutrition 100, it's about preparing to remember, to remind you to collect these things over the next few semesters. You're not actually creating an e-portfolio today. You're just preparing for the future. So with step 1, what I want you to do is identify at least 3 skills that you would like to demonstrate upon graduation. You can demonstrate more than 3, but the minimum is going to be 3. And if you're not a dietetics major, no worries. What you want to do is just make this project all about you. So think about what your goal is, what kind of skills you're going to need to demonstrate by the time you graduate, and just take it on that way. It doesn't have to be dietetics related. For step 2, after you've identified those skills, the e-portfolio is all digital. So in my mind, I'm thinking to help you organize, to create folders for each of your skills. So save a folder and then title it by each skill. So you have 3 skills, you'll have 3 folders. For example, maybe leadership is a skill. So you save a folder, name it leadership, and then you earn that Serve Safe certificate or a provost award or something this semester. And that's a good example. So that could be an item that you could save in that folder. So 3 folders, and then step 3, if you're really struggling to find this evidence, maybe you're just in your first semester or 2 and you have these skills or skills that you're going to demonstrate, but you really don't have ways to show that you can do it, that's okay. At this point, what I want you to do is write up what you plan to do over the next few semesters to demonstrate that skill by graduation. So this is a goal-setting approach. So if you can't really figure out what evidence that you have to show leadership, well then set a specific goal and type it up and let me know what you're going to plan to do to achieve that by the time you graduate. So step 4 is, again, really completing the assignment on Blackboard. So everything's on Blackboard. And what I want is those 3 skills, and for each of those skills, provide at least one piece of evidence that demonstrates that skill. And since we're not meeting in person, just write and usually explain it to me instead, just write a few sentences that explain how the items are evidenced of your skills, and then I can understand better. So with that, I tell you to go to Blackboard and finish up reading your resources. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you.